All right, here we are. I don't know. I think this is day 2 or 3, day 3, I think, of our incredible journey of trying to fix our water leak system. So our plumber finally came out today. We found the leak yesterday, and our plumber came out today and basically told us that the leak is unfixable. Basically, what he told us is that the what he did is he went up and grabbed the pipe, and he could, with his fingers, squeeze the pipe, because the pipe is basically the same thickness of as paper, and it is in really bad shape. And again, this house was built in 1958. So, Copper, Florida, 1958. It's almost 60 years that have gone by, and we are just blessed the fact that it lasted as long as it did. So, right now I'm having the happy joy of filling up my big hole. You can see the big hole that we made. The other thing is that that's the main line that came into the house right there. I don't know if you can see it. And that is a galvanized line, and basically it looks like an old cannon that's been on an old ship for years and years and years, and it is so corroded and it is so gunked up that the plumber was like it would be almost impossible to get a joint or get anything on that as well. So once we started looking at it, and then we started looking at the fact that the copper piping is so narrow and thin, and as you can see, we did a nice, there was a hole already in the wall, but basically the hole is, the pipe is here, and the pipe is here, and then it goes this way. And so if that pipe is bad, it keeps going bad all the way. Now we're literally tearing out a whole section of the wall, and that's not going to be good because the guys can't get underneath the house and fix it, because that's number one, their insurance, and number two, it's just not safe to be under there. So what we're doing right now is we're filling the hole back up, and we're gonna have them, basically they're gonna have to replumb the entire house. So just so you know, this happened this morning. We put it to prayer. We put it out for friends to pray, and little do you know that within just a few minutes of a couple hours, God has already provided, and we are just praising Him, because it's one thing to be looking at a situation and going, God can do this, God can handle this, God can. And it's another thing to be in that situation and watch God work, and watch God, like I was saying earlier to Becky, God showing off just how good He really is. So I'm going to kind of finish up this for now. This will probably be the last thing. I'm hoping that from now on I'll be back to talking about Ecuador and everything else that's going on with the kids and all that other stuff, and this will be taken care of, and we'll go from there. But the last thing I wanted to say is that on this whole thing, one of the things that Becky and I really, in the midst of all this, we knew that this was that God had us, and God was with us in every step of the way through this whole journey, and even the blessing that we've had. It's just amazing how earlier this morning it was a struggle. It was being given a huge obstacle, but praying through it, and just trusting that he would do something with it, and He did, and we're just so grateful for that. And so I want to just kind of throw this out to you. I don't know if I know I saw somebody, Becky said that one of my videos had over 99 views already. So I think there's people watching these. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. If you are, and you've kind of followed me through this journey, and just want to let you know that through this whole thing and the craziness of this whole thing, there has been a peace, and that peace has only come through Jesus, and it's only been come through trusting in Him and allowing Him to take over, where we are just have to just sit back and let it happen and watch God work. And that has been just an amazing thing. So I just want to just invite you, if you're struggling with something, if you have something going on that you just can't, it's just unsurmountable, it's just something, you're standing in a hole like this and you're going, what in the world do I need to do? I'm just gonna just give you a quick thing of saying, trust in him, trust in Jesus, give your heart and life to him, lean on him. He does things that we don't understand. It is supernatural things. And sometimes it's a simple smile. Sometimes it's money to pay for a problem. Sometimes it's just an encouragement when you're feeling down, because trust me, over the last few days there's been a lot of people who have come alongside and encouraged us when we were really down, taking a cold bird bath and things like that. So just want to just say, just trust in him, lean on him. Don't use your own understanding, because when you do your own understanding, all it does is stress you out. So believe in him, trust in him, allow him to work in your life. And that's all I wanted to say. So God bless you guys. Hand it over to him. Let him handle it. All right? So I had to climb back under there and fill some dirt up all the way to the ceiling. So it's gonna take me a little bit of time, but it's a beautiful day because, oh, I didn't mention this, that God gave us a cold front right in the midst of all this. So today the high was 64 degrees in Florida in March, when last week it was 91. It's 64 today, so I'm digging a hole and I'm not breaking a sweat and just loving the weather and probably getting a sunburn. And it's just an amazing thing. So God even looks at the little details, and so praise him. So love you guys. That's it. Have a good day. Bye.